Shalom, shalom, we are the disciples of Yahushua. We come here day in and day out, teaching that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the original Jews of the Bible. Now, we have Thanksgiving coming up November the 24th. But what your Christian pastor is not telling you is that when you partake in these American holidays, such as Thanksgiving, you're doing it in the name of family. But the origin of Thanksgiving is the dedication to the Roman god Ceres. And that festivity, which is called Thanksgiving, it is really called Cerealia. And that festivity of Thanksgiving, which is called Cerealia, that festivity is in dedication of the Roman goddess of harvest, Ceres. Even today, when you partake in Thanksgiving, and when you sit at the table, eat the turkey in your meal, you're giving praise, honor, and worship to Ceres, a Roman god. Now, the God who created the heaven and the earth, he is against you giving his glory, honor unto any other God except for him. So, because we do celebrate American holidays, and because we commit idolatry by doing so, we are destroyed because we don't serve the Lord according to the way he wants us to serve him. We want to serve God the way that we want to serve God. But serving God our way, celebrating Thanksgiving, will have you idolizing Ceres, the Roman god of harvest. Your Christian pastor does not tell you that, but you celebrate Thanksgiving in the name of family. When you celebrate Thanksgiving and when you sit at that table, is the Lord looking at it like you're celebrating that in the name of family? Or is the Lord looking at it like you're celebrating and you're giving praise and honor to the Roman god Ceres, which is idolatry? The book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. So because we do not know what the Lord requires of us, because we partake in these American holidays, at the root and the core of these holidays we celebrate other gods, other idols. We commit idolatry. We praise and we show dedication to a worship by taking part in their festivity and their holidays, where the pastors that's over the flock, so-called, they have not fed the Lord's sheep. They have not let the Lord's sheep to the pasture. So the Lord's sheep, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because we don't know that celebration of these holidays is us committing idolatry. Because we don't know that, we are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. We don't know that what we're doing, we're thinking that there's no harm in it. But overall, we are committing adultery. We are committing idolatry and spiritual adultery. partaking in these American holidays and committing idolatry is going to come at a cost, and consequences will be made. The Lord will slaughter to death a lot of those who partake in Thanksgiving. The Lord will put to death a lot of those who partake in Christmas and who do it for the sake of family. But the Lord says that you're doing it for the sake of your God, who you're having a dinner for. Cyrus is the God of Thanksgiving. Your Christian and Catholic pastor did not let you know. When you celebrate Thanksgiving, you are committing idolatry. You're worshiping another God. You're pitting another idol above the one who wakes you up in the morning. And that is idolatry when you do so. Jeremiah chapter 32 and verse 33. And they have turned unto me the back and not the front. And they have turned unto me the back and not the face. Though I taught them, rising up early and teaching them, yet they have not hearkened to receive instruction. But they set their abominations in the house, which is called by my name, to defile it. We turn our backs unto the Lord. We don't want to hear the laws, statutes, and the commandments that we have to be obedient unto the Most High. So we would rather be disobedient unto the commandments of the Lord. Disobedience will come at a price. Idolatry, it will be met with death, punishment, destruction. Because the Lord is a jealous power. How long will the Lord continue to raise you up in the morning? Every day, every year, you turn your back to the Lord. You're rebellious when it comes to His commandments. You want to serve God how you want to serve God. That is not how it works. The Lord will allow you to live, to give you grace to see if you're going to turn from your wicked ways. But if you do not turn from your wicked ways and keep being disobedient, you will die a violent death. So we don't love to receive instructions of the Lord. The instructions of God is, do not commit idolatry. The Lord is a jealous power. Those who celebrate Thanksgiving will give praise, honor, and worship to Cyrus, the God of harvest, the Roman God. Now, the pastors in the churches, they had a duty, and their duty was to let the children of Israel know that when you partake in these American holidays, you commit idolatry. But they're not letting the Lord's sheep know the truth. Instead, they're leading them astray. Now, the Lord has taken His Spirit above for those so-called pastors in the churches. And the Lord has placed His Spirit upon the men who are willing to risk their lives by getting put to death for speaking His word. Everybody will not receive the word of the Lord. The words of the Lord will be prophesied to the one in the right soul that is meant to hear the words of the Lord. He will cling unto the Most High's word. Ezekiel chapter 34 verse 5. And they were scattered because there is no shepherd, and they became meat to all the beasts of the field when they were scattered. Because the pastors and the Catholics and the Christian churches did not teach the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that they are the original Jews, because they did not teach us how we should get to the Lord by keeping his commandments. We are scattered. We're scattered to the right, to the left, from the north, the west, the south, and the east. We are a scattered people. Because we're scattered, we jump to Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, the Catholic Church, the Christian Church. We're scattered when we should be obeying the commandments of the Lord. But because those pastors in the Catholic and the Christian churches did not teach the oracles of Yahweh, we're scattered. We don't know what the Lord requires of us to do. Because we don't know what the Lord requires of us to do, the Lord will take the Spirit away from those pastors. And the Lord will get them to continue to lie to his flock.
How are you?
Shalom, I'm all right. Are you?
What do you believe on?
I believe in Christ.
Jesus Christ?
Right. Yahweh Shah.
The Son of the living God?
Right, yeah, I do.
You believe in it?
Yeah, I do.
Which church you come from?
Huh?
Which church do you come from?
Which tribe do I come from?
Yeah, denomination. Your denomination.
I'm a Hebrew.
Hebrew?
Hebrew Israelite.
I know, but what kind? The church?
Well, which tribe? The tribe of Judah.
Yes, the church. Which church do you attend?
I don't got no church.
You don't got any church?
No, I don't.
Okay. You just walk around to preach?
Right. What's your nationality?
I'm a pastor.
You're a pastor?
Yes, I did the same thing.
Right, but where are you from?
Nigeria.
You're from Nigeria?
Yes.
All right, so,
Okay, take care.
All right, cool. All right. So, we are scattered because the pastors do not teach us the oracles of Yahweh, the law, statutes, and the commandments. We do not know what the Lord requires of us to do. We think that the Lord approves of us celebrating Thanksgiving, which is idol worship to the god Ceres, the Roman god. Did your pastor tell you that? Did your pastor tell you that Christmas was a celebration of Nimrod? Did your pastor tell you that idolatry is a sin against the Lord? No, he did not, because if he did so, you would not be celebrating American holidays with your family. My sheep wandered through all the mountains and upon every high hill. Yea, my flock was scattered upon all the face of the earth, and none did search or seek after them. The Lord's sheep was scattered. The Lord's sheep were scattered. We went to every other high mountain. We clinged unto the other nationalities and their religions and their ideologies and their philosophies, and we worshiped their gods. So because we were scattered and no one looked for the flock of the Lord to teach them what the Lord requires of them to do, the Lord has put them to death and took the spirit away from them that they had on them. Because for one, they are not teaching the Lord's children what they are supposed to be teaching. Ecclesiasticus chapter 34, verse 7. Therefore ye shepherds, hear the word of Yahweh. As I live, saith the Most High, surely, because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field, because there was no shepherd, neither did my shepherds search for my flock, but the shepherds fed themselves and fed not my flock. Therefore, O ye shepherds, hear the word of Yahweh. So, because the Lord's children were scattered, because we were not taught to obey the Lord by keeping his commandments, Now, we done ran to the religion of Islam. We done ran to the religion of Christianity. We done ran to the religion of the Catholic Church. We done ran to the religion of Hindus. We ran to the religion of Buddhism, spirituality, psychic palm reading, tarot card reading. We have ran to the spirituality and the principles of demonic forces. The children of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we think witchcraft is something, but it's not. The Most High knows that his children are scattered, but because those pastors have scattered the Lord's people don't know who they are. But you got celebrities coming out and saying, what them dudes on the corner in them garments, what they're saying, they're speaking the truth. That is really us. But a lot of people will not, since a lot of people will not listen to the poor man, your favorite celebrity, your favorite basketball player saying the same thing. But the Lord knows that we are scattered because of the pastors who did not teach the Lord's children what they are supposed to know, but have scattered us. Now we love to cling to other gods, other ideologies, and other religions. But the Lord has a message for you wicked pastors, for you wicked shepherds. Ezekiel 34:10. Thus says the Most High, behold, I am against the shepherds, and they will require my flock at their head, and cause them to cease from feeding the flock. Neither shall the shepherds feed themselves anymore, for I will deliver my flock from their mouth, that they may not be meat for them. So the Lord has it out for you pastors who do not teach what you are supposed to be teaching, that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the original Jews of the Bible. The lies that spew out of your mouth, the Lord is going to put a spirit to the lies that spew up out of your mouth. The children of Israel, they're going to start to wake up in your churches, and they are not going to take heed to the lies that you speak anymore. The Lord is going to start to wake them up, pull them out of the church. They're going to start to observe the commandments and start to keep the laws of God. And now, the Lord's sheep will not be a prey. The Lord's sheep will not be looked upon as weak because you tell them lies. You don't let them know how they are to serve the Lord, how they are to keep His commandments. But your lies that come.
I should have shut up on Instagram all day.
Why not find little speaker so you'll be using it so it's more louder than your voice?
Yeah, I got one, but my voice is louder than that.
You got one?
Yeah.
He has fault?
Yeah, I got one. So my
Right.
voice is louder than that.
Oh, he's louder than
Yeah, I don't depend on that speaker
Do you come here every day?
every day.
Maybe this first time to see you here.
Yeah.
So maybe later on, maybe this week, I will be able to get you.
All right, all
By
right,
God's grace.
all right.
But if you don't mind, I have only $2 in my pocket. Can I give to you?
Sure.
Bless you.
So, the shepherds, you pastors in these churches, the Lord's people will begin to wake up, and no longer will they take heed to the lies that you speak, but they will begin to observe within this Bible. Keep the laws of God, apply it to their lives. and the Lord will take his spirit away from you, but the Lord will place his spirit upon the men that will not hesitate to risk their lives for their people, to speak of the same things that these celebrities and producers are talking about. Any man that is on the highways and byways risking their lives to teach the truth of the Bible, that is an honorable man. That man will receive a spot in the kingdom. Verse 11, for thus says the Most High, behold, I will both search my sheep and seek them out. As a shepherd seeketh out his flock in the day that is among his sheep that are scattered. So will I seek out my sheep and will deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered in the cloudy and dark day. So because the Lord's children are scattered, because they have been taught false doctrine, false ideologies, and false philosophies by wicked lying pastors and shepherds, the Lord will search for his flock. The Lord will call his people to him, and those who hear the Lord's words being spoken, that will cleave unto the Lord's laws, that will cleave unto his commandments.
What the fuck? They sitting in the car?
Now the Most High, the Lord, he hates these American holidays. These American holidays do not exalt the Lord, but they just exalt other gods, other idols. The Lord does not want anything to do with your offerings. The Lord don't want your turkey. The Lord don't want your macaroni. The Lord don't want your beef. The Lord don't want any of that you have to offer on Thanksgiving, because the Lord is not with Thanksgiving. Ceres, the Roman goddess of harvest, Ceres is the god of Thanksgiving. And when you partake in that festivity, that is exactly who you are serving, Ceres. The book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 25. Have ye your first? The book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smile in your solemn assemblies. When we gather together on Christmas, Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, New Year's, any of these American holidays, the Lord hates when we gather together on these holidays. Why? Because these holidays do not exalt the Lord, but these holidays do exalt other gods. And when we partake in these holidays, we commit idolatry. I despise your feast days, and I will not smile in your solemn assemblies. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. So, even though on these holidays, November the 24th, Thanksgiving is right around the corner, 2 days from now, the Lord will not accept your turkey. The Lord will not accept your greens. The Lord will not accept your beets. The Lord will not accept your juice. The Lord will not accept your fat beets. The Lord will not accept your assemblies, because Thanksgiving does not exalt the Lord Yahweh, but Thanksgiving exalts Ceres, the Roman god. But your pastor does not let you know. Why? Because your pastor does not care about your soul. Your pastor does not care about you getting to the kingdom. Your pastor just cares about the money. Take thou away from me the noise of thy song, for I will not hear the melody of thy bow. But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream. So, idolatry is what's being done. When we partake in these holidays, idolatry is what's being done. A lot of you are going to give praise, honor, and worship to Ceres, the Roman god of harvest. But because you don't know, that doesn't make it of none effect that it isn't true when it is true. Now the Lord commands his prophets to cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, be loud, be heard. So that is what we do. Be loud like a trumpet, we are able to be heard. So no one can say that they never heard that they have to keep the commandments of the Lord. As loud as I am, everybody can hear that you have to keep the commandments of God. if you do not prepare for death and destruction. Isaiah chapter 58 in verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. So, we, the prophets of the Lord, will have to lift their voices up like a trumpet and show the Lord's people their transgression. A lot of people don't even know what transgressions is. A transgression is when you break the laws of God, which is an offense against the Lord. A transgression is going against the code of conduct. A transgression is going against what the Lord has set in place. And when we go against what the Lord has set in place, we sin against the Lord. First John chapter 3 in verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. So, the men of the Lord are supposed to lift up their voices like a trumpet so they can be heard. Show the Lord's people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sin. 1 John 3 and 4, it said, whosoever transgress against the law commits sin. A transgression is when you go against the code of conduct. A transgression is when you go against the laws of God. When you go against the laws of God, you transgress against the law of God. That means you break the laws of God, so you sin against the laws. That is what the men are supposed to be speaking about. Waking the people up. Letting them know that if they keep sinning by transgressing the Lord's law, they will be put to death. Now, loving the society will have you go against the Lord. The Most High, Yahweh, He is not exalted in these holidays of America. America dedicate these holidays to other gods. 1 John 2:15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. If you love the society so much that every holiday you celebrate all year round, and loving this society so much, it can take you away from God. It can take you away from the Lord. And when it takes you away from the Lord, that's a bad thing, because you're loving the society that you're in. And the society is set up for the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans to serve other gods, to commit idolatry, to commit sin, to transgress against the laws of God.
This is like, oh.
Not at all. Not at all. At all. Psalms chapter 96 and verse 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahweh made the heavens. Every holiday in America is dedicated to an idol. Every holiday in America is dedicated to an idol, And when we, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, who are the original Jews, when we partake in these American holidays, since the gods of every other nation are idols, and these American holidays are dedicated to those idols, the real Jews celebrate these holidays. We give praise, worship, and honor unto these idols, to these gods. So we commit idolatry, which is a transgression against the Lord, and the Lord will judge those who do so. Shalom, we are the disciples of Yahweh Shai. We come here day in and day out, teaching that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the original Jews of the Bible, and that the Lord requires of us to keep his commandments. And that the Lord is not with these holidays of America, because all of these holidays are dedicated to other gods. Now, the gods of the nations are idols. And when the 12 tribes of Israel partake in Thanksgiving, we give honor to Ceres, the Roman god of harvest, which is an idol. We commit idolatry, which is punishable by death. So with that I say, Shema, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Allah Yahweh, Yahweh Akkad. That is, hear, O Israel, Yahweh our power, Yahweh is one. Shalom.